I want to take the time to acknowledge the 1979 Pittsburgh Pirates. What a colorful team that was. And growing up, when I was born and bred in Buffalo, New York, and the Pirates farm team was the Buffalo Bisons. And I still remember when the Bisons had the little stars on the helmet. That's what the Pirates did. Oh, you remember when baseball actually allowed you to have some intrigue and color and creativity? Imagine when pro sports, because baseball was really that head of it. But I wanted to give a shout out to Willie Stargell, the late great Willie Stargell. Incredible first baseman and incredible hitter. Man used to hit some moon shots. He doesn't get talked about near enough of how great he was. You want to talk about a pop culture moment? I remember watching Three's Company, and I remember Chrissy Snow, the late Susanna Summers, saying, "Hit that touchdown like Willie Stargell." He became pop culture without even trying. He really had an incredible impact. But I remember Dave the Cobra Parker, one of the greatest hitters ever, feared, strong, muscular cat, had an arm in right field too. Bill Mad Dog Madlock, third baseman, was a bad dude. John Milner, outfield. They were a John Candelaria, Kent Covey relief pitcher. Coming back, was 3-1 against the Baltimore Orioles. That's when Earl Weaver, Jim Palmer, and them, in that era, Ken Singleton. And I got to think about all the other people that were there because it was such a long time ago. But that's when baseball really was on the edge of everything. But they used Sister Sledge, We Are Families, their theme song. Bill Robinson was a player for the Pirates too, great hitter too. And you just sometimes have a flashback, acknowledging 45 years ago, thinking about that particular team, that time, and when baseball was so dominant that the identity of a player who was the leader and an all-time great, and the team too. Because I had those moments where I remember when baseball was front and center for me. It wasn't always about the NBA or the NFL. Those were like, I watched them, but they were secondary. Baseball, if you came along a particular time, baseball was tops with you. I think the NFL took over. It was getting its footing in the late 80s. And I think after the mid 90s, that's where it just surpassed baseball. And the NBA did too. But to be around the golden era when baseball was front and center and you couldn't wait to watch different teams because everybody had a different thing. Even though Pennsylvania is one state, the difference between the Pirates and the Phillies was like night and day. Ironically, the Phillies won the World Series the next year. Pete Rose came there with Greg Luzinski, Mike Schmidt, Steve Carlton, who's one of my favorite pitchers ever. And they won. It was kind of something. But, it's always cool to reflect about remembering great teams in different sports. And the Pirates were a very together team, that commonality, that unity. And it was truly left an impression. Great talent, great chemistry. So I just wanted to take the time to remember. Remember Jim Bibby was there. Mike Bibby. Jim Bibby was there. It was a lot to remember. Just Chuck Tanner, the manager, just a lot to think about what that time period was like, how dominant they were, and how I remember it all that. Anyway, feel free to share. And if you ever want to talk about sports teams or people, the reflection of memories, I can go back because that Pirate team was pretty special and unique. All right. And still remembering Willie Stargell too. All right, I'm out.